Okay, I am in the greenhouse, the heated house. The stove is on, even though it doesn't really need to be today, but I don't like to let it go out. So, check this out. This says 89, 88. This one says 106. It's certainly not 100, but it's a little higher than 85. It's warm. So we were gonna start. I was gonna start by flame weeding the walkways, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll water the beds and then seed them. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to seed, water, flame weed, or seed, flame weed, water. I don't know, but I'm gonna catch it probably on time lapse. But we've got 8 beds to work with. They're not all the same length. 5 of them are 40 feet, and then the other 3 are just 30. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. Now that I've gone through and I have used our little push cultivator to kind of work in that compost, which we did make here on the farm. This past year we started making our compost again instead of bringing it in, and we've seen a huge difference in the yields, as we should, you know. But I will note, it is hot in here. I haven't checked the stove because it's so freaking hot. But anyway, I also had a little experiment going here, which is not going to happen this time of year. This row here had some turnips in it, so when I harvested, I just kind of went through and left the crappy turnips and all the greens, and I said, well, we'll just compost them right in place, we'll plant right into it. But Cass pointed out to me that this time of year, it's going to be tough for that decomposition to take place.
How do you tell somebody that you care about deeply? I told you so.
So now I'm gonna go through and pick that stuff up. And I wasn't gonna weed the rows, but some of these plants are pretty pervasive. I'll show you an example. Look, you know, we got a little bit of action right over here. This has gotta go. This has gotta go. We can't have that. We can't have that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through, do some weeding, do some planting. We got some nice compost in here, and I'll have to hand water. I just bought 2 new watering cans. I didn't bring my hoses in last night. I should have, so they would have thawed in time. I could have done this with a hose, but this is okay. It gets me more in tune with the plants, with the greenhouse, with the process of simply growing food. I got a little bit done. I'm gonna keep plugging along here. So I got a full bucket of weeds. That's gonna go right to the chickens. They're gonna love that. I've also got a few microgreen flats from harvest this past week. I gotta feed out to them. So there's a few like super impressive taproot weeds out here. One of them's like, it's some kind of nettle. Right in there. Right in there. Or some kind of thorny lettuce. Anyway, I gotta get the shovel, spade that out, not spay, different action. Get that out of the ground and make sure that I can get as much of the taproot, if not all of it, because I don't want any more of that. I left this little patch of dill you can see back there. That just kind of came up by itself. It got zinged by a couple of cold nights in here because I haven't been running the stove because we don't have any crops really. It's a little bit of spinach that came up over here I'm letting go. It's just gonna do its thing. We're gonna plant some more. But yeah, so that dill's gonna stay. I'm gonna keep rocking in here. So for those of you who don't know, not all of our seeds are planted by hand, okay? Well, since I started this farm, I've been using this bad boy right here. Check it out. It's almost vintage. But anyway, this is the Earthway seeder. It only does a row at a time, but it gets it done. So basically, this right here is a seed plate. You got a bunch of different sizes depending on the type of seed. You know, the types of seed are listed on here. Like this says onions, cabbage, endive, turnips, whatever. I think the last thing I had in here was beets. Yep. Anyway, I'm going to remove this. Process. There we go. And we are going to put in some radish. Yeah. So just pressure fit, slide it on. Okay. Yeah, so then we're going to go ahead and grab our radish seed, which I believe is this one. Yep, we're going to plant the pink lady slipper radish. We grew a little bit of this variety this year. Looks really good. Nice, nice vivid coloring. And we're definitely not going to plant all that. But there we go. Yeah. Give you an example. All right, I think I'll put. Let's try some radish over here. Boom. All right, so I got this side of the house planted with carrots and radishes. I'm gonna keep it roots and greens, okay? Over here, I'm doing some arugula, spinach. I'll just continue that spinach row on the edge. It does okay on the edge. I can deal with the cold. I'll probably do spinach, arugula, romaine, because romaine is the number one. Right next to arugula. You know, we had some nice spinach this past fall. It was ready, like, right around Christmas. And I just kept forgetting to advertise it, so I threw it in the stand, and it did sell, but it definitely would have sold better if I had remembered to put it on the menu. So, anyway, long story short, here comes another time lapse of planting some leafy stuff. Yeah. I just wanted to show you this real quick. Radish and carrot seed, much different size than each other, but also very different size than, say, arugula. Let's do arugula because arugula is so tiny. This seed size disc is okay. Yeah, and I actually think I'm going to leave it because I like to, for the greens, I like to overseed the space. There we go. So look at how tiny this is. Remember, I think I showed the radish seed earlier. Here we go, please. Look at that, that's so tiny. That's seed ASMR. Okay, that'll do. And there'll still be some left. Okay, we've still got some romaine seed left here. It's tough to show. Oh, got most of it. We got some more seed coming in this week. But luckily, we're pretty much all planted here. I've got 2 beds left that I got to work on before I plant. That would be this one right here, and the one right over there. Right on the other side of this. I gotta take this down. We used to use this for cucumbers, cucamelons, tomatoes. I don't want it here anymore. We're gonna change it up a little bit. Okay. Let me see. yeah, this will all be sprouting in the next couple of weeks. But now I'm going to go through and hand water because I'm fairly certain our underground irrigation is likely frozen. So I bought a couple of, Cass and I bought a couple of, 3-gallon watering cans the other day, which we always keep on hand for spot watering and things like that. But I'm going to go through for the next hour, probably an hour, yeah, and get this all watered. All in the effort of simply growing food.